Chomp.
Welcome back again, everybody, to You Are Supreme Toys. We're continuing our Saurozoic Warriors reviews. This time we're looking at Range Brakhion from Boss Fight Studios. And this guy is all kinds of blue and magenta. I love this color scheme. It looks fantastic. Man, this guy screams 90s in every possible way. Look on the side of the box here. We have this wonderful artwork of Range Brakhion here. Of course, on the back, we have his bio. His bio is a little bit shorter than everyone else's so far. On the surface, Range Brakhion is your normal gun for hire. In truth, he is a spy for his tribe, the Sauropods, hunting Triax Skyver under the guise of a paid quest. His true goal is to find Triax and steal the materials for his people. With hopes of leading his people someday after this huge victory, Range searches the land for Triax, armed for the upcoming battle with a poison-tipped knife, rocket axe, blaster rifle, and armor. Let's go ahead and pop him out of the box. Alright, and here we have Range Brakhion. He looks fantastic. I love this blue skin. He has purple highlights and washes over the back of his neck, and his chest, and his arms. Not so much on his legs, though. Interesting. Legs, no purple at all. But this guy looks fun and fantastic. He has a different body type from the Ceratops figures. Even his arms and hands and everything are different. He has a very muscular chest. Like, look at this face sculpt. I like this head sculpt. It's just so bony looking. Look at them teeth. The paint is really good on this guy. I love the magenta on his head, his face. Little war paint looking deal going on here. He has just a little bit of paint wash on the back of his head. The mouth does open, and this looks so much better with the teeth and no bone color behind the tongue. It doesn't open too far because it's going to hit the neck right there, but it does look good. He is a herbivore, so he does have big flat teeth. He has this very nicely sculpted little skull wrapped around his wrist gauntlet. That's pretty cool. And his sash looks really good. There's a lot of nice texturing on these figures. And the paint on him is actually pretty decent. I don't see a lot of complaints. A little bit of nicks here and there, but nothing bad. These boots look good. I love the fur tops. Big, massive boots. He sort of is reminiscent of a He-Man figure. He has this furry loincloth. And the furry boots, I think that's definitely what they were going for. More of a barbarian style character. What appears to be more of a sci-fi line. This is definitely a barbarian style action figure. Now, as far as articulation is concerned, his is a bit different but the same. He has the neck joint here at the head, so he can look around quite a bit. And then his big neck will move back and forth quite a lot and spin. So, despite this giant wonky looking neck, it's kind of hard to say you want this neck to move right here in the center so that he could look straight up or something, but that would have also cut the sculpt and distracted from the overall design, I feel like. So I feel like that was a risk they had to take and just leave this one solid piece. Otherwise, it just would look funny with a second cut here. Sort of like the mistake that Super 7 made with their Toho Godzillas. It just looks weird when there's a multiple cut at the neck. Like the others, he has a ball jointed waist. Because this is a huge opening in this loincloth, that there is a lot of free motion there. You can look and see there's not much anything under it. I don't like that. I think it's good that he has that range of motion, but when you look under the loincloth, it's literally just the crotch connector, and it looks bad. From this end, it looks bad. Now, if you got him displayed on a shelf or you're playing with him, you're not going to see it. But if for some reason you're going to go look under there, it just looks bad. That being said, he does get a lot of range of motion because of that. He has the shoulder hinge and swivels, the elbow cut, which goes past the 90, as well as a swivel, and the hinged and swivel wrist. And his legs are very dynamic. That ball joint leaves him open for lots of posability. His legs can go forward and back pretty good. That loincloth's not going to hinder him very much at all. It's got a nice hinge at the knee with a twist. and his hinged and rockered ankles with those boots. So this guy is very dynamic for his scale. I love the magenta pauldrons. You've got this two-tone magenta here. You've got this more pale pink and then this really bright neon pink. I love this bandolier. They painted the sheath for the knife a brown leathery color. He's just fantastic. This guy's wonderful. Just the colors alone. He just pops and stands out so well on the shelf. This guy is just awesome action figure. Take a look at these accessories. I love this machine gun. This machine gun, it could have used a little bit more paint apps here and there, I think. But as is, the solid pink with the painted barrel, this is a very 90s colored weapon. It's very appealing. I like it a lot. It would have been nice if they had made it where this leg right here had folded down so that he could prop it up. It is a somewhat pliable plastic, so you don't have to worry about it breaking. He has this giant magenta knife with the spiked handguard. I think it looks pretty good. I love the magentas on this figure. I just like these kind of colors. And then he has this massive rocket axe with a giant skull painted on the top. This skull looks fun. I love the giant rockets on the back. There's wiring sculpted down the handle. This is a nice sculpt, and I love the design of the axe head. This is just a great accessory. Now, they could have highlighted some of the other details, like these little leather straps and stuff wrapping around the parts, but I don't know. I just feel like these solid colors mesh well with the style and theme of this line. He does have a giant holder for his axe, so let's see if that fits well. It should just slot in there, but it's not very pliable, and I would worry about breaking that. I don't really trust this holder. It looks like it might stress and crack when you put this in here. It's, I don't know, a bit brittle look feeling, but it will hold the axe. Knife should go right into the scabbard. Slides in there relatively easily. And of course you can give him his giant machine gun. The machine gun is not going to fit in his hand very well. Because the base kind of hits the back of the hand. Let's try this one. Yeah. He's the first one that has an issue really holding his weapon. The handle's just not big enough to fit in that hand. And since these guys don't come with interchangeable hands, that's the only option you have. He can hold it though. It just looks funny. But you can have him rocking out with his machine gun if you wanted. The star of this show is definitely this giant axe. The two-handed weapons for this line are fantastic. I love the spears. I love this axe. He can hold it very well. His joints are tight enough to hold it one-handed. Again, $30. Can't beat that. 5.5-inch scale. Since he is a Brachiosaurus type of character, he is going to be a little bit taller than the Triceratops guys, but not by much. So that'll place him around near the 6-inch mark at the top of his neck. He can use other characters' weapons if you wanted him to. He can even wear the gas mask pretty well if you wanted to put the gas mask on him. That magenta kind of fits in. This gas mask is from the Ceratopsian Guard. So there is some light interchangeability with accessories. Let's see if he can hold his knife. Yep, he can hold his knife perfectly. This guy's just fun. This guy is all kinds of fun. Great figure for the price point. I think this is a wonderful action figure. And this is not the only range Brakhion we have in this set. So we're going to be getting a second look at the same exact figure in a different style. Again, these aren't quite dinosaurs, but they are unique. They are definitely their own thing. They stand out on the shelf. They stand out anywhere. If you looked at this guy, you're going to notice him. He's going to pop immediately. If he was on a shelf at the store, I think kids would be drawn to this. I hate that these companies can't get the shelf space at retail for these wonderful in-house brands. I hope that this line gets some attention from the younger audience. I think kids would eat this toy line up. I don't think the price point's terrible. When you're going to look at something close to this scale, is going to be the same price at the store, $25 to $30. I can actually see this toy line being sort of retroized into a vintage style articulation that would be nice too. Hey, boss fight, I know you guys like your articulation, but maybe do a retro style Saurozoic Warriors line. These guys would be pretty cool with like 7 points of articulation. And you could like super exaggerate some of the features and design aesthetics and keep this super crazy color scheme. And I think it would look great. You could put them on vintage style backer cards. I think retro collectors would love it. I know I would. I'd be down for it. This is a great action figure. He's probably the best one so far. Anyway, this has been an unboxing and review of Boss Fight Studios' Saurozoic Warriors Range Brakhion, and I'm your Supreme Toys. Thank you so much for watching.